Hey guys, welcome to World History, and this is our first flipped video. My name is Mr. Loebner.
I'm Mrs. Banis.
All right, and we are going to make you videos for every section of every chapter this year.
Yeah.
So you'll be playing them at parties and sharing them with friends.
Bringing
and
history to
family.
life.
Oh boy. All right, so our first topic is Judaism for world religions, and who's this handsome feller?
Ooh, looks like Moses.
That is Moses, and what is he carrying?
Rocks?
Rocks.
He's going to build a patio or something?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Could be. Or maybe it's the 10 Commandments.
I think so. Ooh, I only see 9 there. Ooh.
So this is the introduction to Judaism. They're the first monotheistic religion. What's that fancy word mean?
Mono. Is he sick? Haha, just kidding. One, so the belief in one God.
Okay, so they're
right.
the first organized religion to believe in one God. All right. Could you tell us about this one?
I guess if I have to. So, the Jews considered Judaism to be an expression. So their religion was a showing of their faith and kind of their love of God. And it developed in the area of Israel, which I think you have a map on one of the next slides. And the term there, ethical monotheism, which we mentioned before, was belief in one God. But the term ethical meaning your religion sort of also guides your maybe day-to-day actions. And so treating people, humankind, with respect and decency, while also, obeying God and following His commands.
So Moses was carrying those 10 commandments, and they are, according to the belief, the Word of God. So if you follow those commandments, then you can eventually go to
heaven.
Not you,
and you'll
though.
just be an all-around good person, hopefully.
That's right. Let's go to that map. I'll come back. So on the map today, you can find Israel here in the Middle East. And according to the Hebrews, that land was given to them by God. We'll talk a lot about this later in the year.
Yeah, especially with current events nowadays. A lot of fighting in that area. So still today fighting over religion.
Okay, so Jews believe God revealed His laws and commandments to Moses on Mount Sinai. And this was a long time ago.
Yes, like 3,000 years old is Judaism, and so the oldest monotheistic religions. So even though there are religions that are older than Judaism, this is going to be the oldest with that belief in just one God.
And it's still around today. There are many Jewish people in the world, Israel, the United States, throughout Europe.
I think there's actually more Jews living in the United States than in Israel. So wait a second.
Trick.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there it is.
There it
Spoiler.
is. So Judaism inspired later religions of Christianity and Islam, and as you notice, there's going to be references to the other religions within the other religions. So for example, which people don't realize, Jesus was actually Jewish, and then his followers were known as Christians. Okay. So again, the world Jewish population, 13 million people. It says 40% live in the U.S. I don't know. I think it's a little more now. You got to check your facts,
check
Mr.
that.
Loebner.
Yeah, it's a couple years old. Ooh, there's Israel again on the map.
Hey.
A couple of vocabulary terms just for fun. We have Shabbat. I don't know if I said that right.
I think so.
It's the weekly day of rest. Many of you, if you're Christian, it's on Sunday. But for Jews, it is before sundown on Friday night to shortly after sundown Saturday night. So basically, it's Saturday.
Yeah.
And that commemorates God's day of rest after 6 days of creation.
Yes. Passover is the holiday that it says commemorates or honors the leaving from Egypt, and the idea that, they put the blood of the lamb over the door. If you believed, the angel of death passed over your house.
I did not know that.
Really?
All right.
Yeah. Do you see The Prince of Egypt?
I have not.
Oh my gosh.
Not allowed to see rated R movies.
Oh.
Rosh Hashanah is the Jewish New Year, and that means a day of remembrance. So this is the beginning of a 10-day period of atonement where you are solemn and sad and trying to think about all the sins you've done, and you want to ask for forgiveness and try to make up for that. For me, there's a lot of sins.
Yeah, and Rosh Hashanah usually is around September, usually in the beginning of the school year.
That's right.
Yep.
And then on Yom Kippur, what happens?
The holiest or most sacred day of the Jewish year, and this is like the culmination of Rosh Hashanah, and most people will take that day off, and it's a time to be with family. There's fasting and there's praying, and it's really to ask for forgiveness for those sins from the past year.
And that is a sacrifice, to stop what you're doing for a day, to not eat anything the entire day, and to be praying all day. That is a sacrifice. Hanukkah, I'm sure many of you have heard of that.
8 crazy nights.
What do you know about Hanukkah? Probably more than me.
Oh, something to do with the Jews and the escape and needing oil and running out, yet somehow the oil lasted for 8 days and they were able to survive, and this festival marks that celebration.
And it was only supposed to be enough for one day,
Yes.
and they were all out, and it kept burning, which was important. Okay, a couple vocabulary terms. If you're Christian, you would go to a church, but a Jewish house of prayer is known as a synagogue. If you are going to be welcomed into the religion, if you're a boy, it's called a
Bar mitzvah.
and if you're a girl, it's a
Bat mitzvah.
All right.
Same idea. Have you ever been to one?
I have not.
Neither have I.
I should crash one. I've crashed a wedding. I might as well crash a bar mitzvah.
There you go.
Someday.
Next is going to be a Sweet 16. Watch out, guys.
Quinceañera, too.
Yeah.
And the last vocabulary term, on a serious note, is a
Yeah.
term we will use often this year, and it's anti-Semitism, which is
This vocabulary that expresses like hatred for the Jewish people. It'll come up a lot when we talk about World War II with Hitler and the persecution of the Jews. And so it's a word that still exists today and has a powerful meaning, I think, for a lot
Absolutely.
of people. Yeah.
All right, so this concludes Judaism. If you're a student of mine, for homework, I would like you guys to just write one paragraph just about what you learned about this PowerPoint, what was important to you, and anything you'd like to add about Judaism.
And if you're a student of mine, I don't give homework, so you don't have to do anything. Just
Lucky.
kidding. Just kidding. I'll let you know in class.
Ooh, surprise.